Hello everyone, welcome to High School Hoops Weekly. I'm sports editor Dan Spears here at the Star News. And for this week's show, as we hit conference tournament time, it is Wheel of Basketball. That's right. Our contestants today are high school writer Rachel George and Star News correspondent and basketball knowledge man extraordinaire Tim Hauer. We've got the wheel of 8 questions here. We're going to spin it and get 4 of them out. And they're going to give me their answers, and whoever I think's right gets a point. Whoever gets the most points wins the game and gets office bragging rights for the rest of the season. We're going to get it started here, so hope we get some good ones. All right, question 1 is, who is the best girls player in the Waccamaw Conference? Rachel goes first.
I think we're going to split a point on this one, because if you say anyone besides Courtney Melvin, you haven't seen much basketball. She is just a power down low for them, averaging a double-double, 22.8 points, 11 rebounds per game. Can't move her, can't get around her, can't do anything to her. If you say anybody else, I think we're firing you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to just split a point here instead of conceding it to you. So I'll go Courtney Melvin too. We've seen her play numerous times this year. She's just unbelievable. She gets the ball anywhere inside of 8 feet. She can't be stopped, and she's going to score, or she's going to get to the free throw line, or she's a pretty good free throw shooter too. So,
all right, so they've conceded the half point. I'll concede them the half point since they're going to play nice on the first question. Don't worry, folks. It'll get a lot more interesting here in a second. All right, question number 2 is... who is the best boys player in the Mid-Eastern Conference? And I know we're going to have some discussion here. Tim gets to go first this time.
I'm going Freddie Jackson, point guard for New Hanover, averaging 14 points, 7.5 rebounds, 8 assists. And you can argue that one of his 2 teammates, Cole Daly or Detwan Rogers, could be in that discussion. But I think Freddie gets them the ball in positions where they can score. Freddie can just do whatever he wants with the basketball. He can get to wherever he wants. He can score if he needs to. But with those 2 down low, he doesn't have to as much. But he's just been amazing this year.
And I will say that is definitely a good pick if you look at their matchups with Hoggard. That was the difference the second time around when Hoggard beat Hanover. Freddie didn't produce like he did the first time. That was the difference. But I'm going with a Viking for this one. Point guard Stillman White. He's only a junior, but he's definitely made an impact. He missed 7 games with a knee injury, during which they were 2-5, 11-4 with him. He's shooting 54% from three-point range, 6.4 points per game, 4 assists, 15 blocks. He's second on the team. He's no taller than I am. He's like 5'8", and still does all that, and he can just create for them. I mean, last night he took a jump against a 6'6" player. He just kind of does it all, and he's what makes them go.
See, like I said, we were going to get some discussion here, folks. That's a really good one. But the question is, who is the best player, not who is the most valuable player. So in this case, I'm going with Freddie Jackson. Point for Tim Hauer. So it's 1-0 because I'm going to just wipe that split off the board. That was kind of silly. All right, next question. This is one they were hoping was going to come up, folks. Which team was your biggest surprise this year? Rachel gives the fist pump, so she gets to go first.
I sat down and thought about this, and I'm like, oh, no, not everybody did how we expected. And then I looked at the Mid-Eastern girls, and Ashley is at the top of that standings. And no discredit to the Screaming Eagles, but they have been by far the most surprising team this year. Last year, they were 10-12, 5th in the conference, didn't even make the playoffs. Come into this year with the most returning starters. They had 4 coming back. Didn't even have a great showing during the Christmas tournament. Lost to Havelock in overtime. Didn't play as well. And then they pulled it together. Went 9-1 in the conference, and they're now 18-3. That's quite a big turnaround for Ashley.
It's going to be a tough one for me to beat, but I think I've got it. I'm going Walsh Rose Hill boys. 11-16 last year. Lost in the first round of the playoffs. You come back this year, you're 15-4. You played Pender tough both times, got ranked in the state, and I just think they've got a really good shot at going pretty far in the playoffs. From 11-16 to 15-4, that's why I say Walsh Rose Hill, most surprising.
Oh, now I see why they were all excited about this question. That was a good one. I am going to go with Rachel, though. I think the Ashley girls is the biggest surprise. We thought that they would be good. I don't think that we expect them to be this good. And to really, up until that last, up until their one conference loss, they kind of ran everybody over in that league, too, which is something they hadn't done in a while. So we've got a 1-1 tie. We're going into the fourth question, which means this will break the tie right here, and we're going to have a champion. How will the East Bladen girls finish in the state tournament this year? and Tim Hauer gets to go first this time.
All right, this is tough because Patty Evers, one of my favorite coaches, and I really love her. I think she does a great job with them. And they've lost the last 2 years, so my heart wants to say they're going to win it this year, but Salisbury is just so good. They won it last year. We just looked at their stats, really balanced. I think they had like 8 players averaging over 3 rebounds a game. They've got 2 girls averaging double figures, a third one at 8.6, and I think that's where the difference is. East Bladen's got the 2 really good players, but I think depth is what leads Salisbury to the state championship.
And I'm actually going to disagree with you. And Salisbury, from what we've seen, is very balanced. I just think the duo of Courtney Melvin and Jasmine Kemp can really lead them to a state championship this year. We talked about Courtney Melvin. She is going to be a big difference. It looks like Salisbury has some size, but there's a difference between height and size. And Courtney Melvin, if she gets in the block, you're not moving her and you're not getting around her, and good luck trying to make a basket over her. If Jasmine or Courtney has a game like they're supposed to have, I think they have a pretty good chance to win it.
It's a really good question, and like I said at the beginning of the season, at least they don't have to face Bishop McGuinness anymore. That was the key. They get to stay away from them. I think they're going to win the darn thing. I don't know why, but I think they will. So I'm voting with Rachel on this one. That was but all really good responses, guys. I was very happy with that. Those were all good questions. We'll be at the Mid-Eastern, Waccamaw, and Tri-County Finals all on Friday. Tim, Rachel, and Tom Grady will be out covering the games. Tim will be at the Mid-Eastern Conference Tournament the next couple nights. Rachel will be at the Waccamaw Tournament on Thursday night. So there's going to be plenty of coverage at Star News Online and starnewsvarsity.com. So for Tim Hauer, Rachel George, I'm Dan Spears. Stay tuned and enjoy the hoops at starnewsonline.com.